When do you think the guy delivering the Indian food will be here?
Probably 20 minutes.
Alright, let's see if he interrupts this video. Hey guys, DJ Rabin here.
It's DJ Cuts.
And we have got a crap ton of gear.
A little bit.
Well, yeah, just
there is a little.
A fair amount. I mean,
we've kind of amalgamated the stuff that we've collected over the years. We've all brought it together. Everything's come down to Canberra, and we've kind of put it in one place.
Yeah, so basically we just want to show you what we have had over the years and what we have now. So let's go check it out.
Alright, so this was my first setup, Pioneer DJM 707 and two CDJ 800 Mark IIs. I actually started to learn how to DJ on Tractor 2.5 back in the day. It was about 2002, 2003. This was way before all those digital DJing systems. And I finally saved up, it was $700, got this from JB Hi-Fi when that store first started. And yeah, it doesn't have any effects. Very basic 2-channel mixer. It's actually built for scratching, so it's got very nice crossfaders, up faders. They're all fully adjustable, and it's a really basic mixer. You know, what you see is what you get. It's not like the crazy amount of buttons and everything that you see on the newer gear now. And also these guys, the trusty CDJ 800 Mark IIs. Basically, they support MP3s, loops, and they play music, so yeah, it's pretty awesome. Ravine rates the scratch platters on them.
Let's get the door. The guy's there.
Is he?
Yeah, he just knocked.
Oh. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good, how are you?
Not too bad.
Sorry, we've got a little stuff going.
Have a good one.
Thank you very much. Indian food.
Yeah. So let's yeah, so about
So,
the
yeah.
TV place.
DJ 707 and CDJ 800 Mark IIs. Love them. That's it.
Alright, so this is my gear. This was my first mixer, the Pioneer DJM 909. Actually, no, it wasn't my first mixer. My first mixer was the Stanton M202. Man, that thing was crap. Actually, it was alright. Apparently, that had an optical fader. So, the same kind of fader that you get in here. Basically, what that is, it's got like two sensors there, and it actually doesn't touch the sides. So that means it's a lot better for scratching. And that mixer was pretty good for scratching. You can see that in one of my my first video on YouTube. Go check that out, and you can see that mixer there. But it's crap. And then I got a Pioneer DJM 400, which is essentially this one cut in half. Okay, that's the Pioneer DJM 800. So is that cut in half, and it had like a whole bunch of cool effects. It had like roll and all that, which is pretty much all you needed. That was like the sickest effect at the time. I was like, holy crap, this is awesome. And then I got this one, which is the DJM 909. It's essentially an upgrade to the mixer that you saw Cots have before, the Pioneer DJM 707. It's the big brother to that one. So it's exactly the same, except this also has a really, really cool effects unit here. So you've got like all these banks which you can assign different effects to, and the effects switches are like these triggers which are really cool. Basically a really cool scratch mix with effects. That was exactly what I was doing back then. I was scratching and mixing, so it was perfect. And these were my first CDJs, but these were my first. Oh, freaking hell, they're heavy. These are Stanton ST150s. I had the STR8150s as the Cots's. These were my first turntables. As you can watch all my old videos and some of my latest ones, I still use turntables. I had these things, and they were amazing. They're basically the best turntable you can buy, and they still are pretty much the best turntable you can buy. But the thing is, no one uses turntables anymore. I still love it because it's a good feel, but they were really awesome, and they're also really heavy, and you can kill someone if you drop it on them. Then I got CDJ 400s, which are these suckers here. They're great. They didn't really take off, but they're one of the first pioneers with USB. These were the first like beginner level CDJs from Pioneer that had scratch, so you can do a little bit of wiki 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 wow. And that's why I got them. So that was my first setup.
So this was my second setup. This was the with a Pioneer DJM 800 mixer. When this came out, I think it was 2006, this quickly became the club standard in mixers everywhere. 4 channels. It had the biggest thing that everyone loved, which was color effects. They're basically independent FX pots, I guess you call them, with 4 easily assignable effects triggers, and I think people use them a lot, and you've seen Ravine and I use them a lot in our videos because they're so quick to trigger, they're so much fun, and you can use them to affect one or more tracks when you're doing your mix. And that's independently to this built-in effects unit over here on the side. Really, really, really powerful. As Ravine mentioned before, includes roll. I use that maybe a little bit too much. And it basically had every single connectable option for a club you wanted. It's got XLR outs, RCA outs, it's got full digital. Yeah, it was an absolutely awesome mixer, and I'm almost sad to see it go. You still see him around in a lot of clubs these days. Absolutely brilliant mixer. And it was replaced by the DJM 900 Nexus now, which we'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, brilliant. So after I saved up for my DJM 800, it was about $2,100 I paid for it, and I saved for months, worked my ass off to get that mixer, and was so excited. I decided to set my sights on the CDJ 1000 Mark IIIs. These were the club standard mixer for so many years, and I actually played a gig a couple of weeks ago where they still had these guys, and they just survived abuse, basically. They were... and that's the reason they were the club standard. Really simple layout. They played CDs with MP3s on them as well. They contain loops, hot cues. You've got break, adjust, and start, and you've got the signature, giant platter. Emulates vinyl. You've got your dot matrix LED or LCD display, I should say. Yeah, I think the best thing about them is they're built well, to be honest. They never like crash. They're not really that complicated like you see on the new players. They're just really, really stable, and they just really work.
Well, let's put that to the test. I think I actually broke it. It's shattering.
You actually did broke it.
Oh god.
No, look, the display's all fuzzy now.
Wobbly now.
Oh god damn it!
Oh, sorry, I ruined it.
Well, it still works. I mean, look, let's...
Well, that was a test.
Dude, you just damaged my, prize players. No, it's alright. It's not blinky anymore.
No,
so, yeah, look.
It was just sad.
Again, CDJ 1000s.
They fixed themselves.
They fixed themselves. They stood the test of time, and that's why they're still alive today.
That's what I get.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so these are some of the first headphones that I had, and same with COTS, well, proper headphones. These are the Pioneer HDJ 1000s. They were pretty much one of the industry standard headphones back in the day. A lot of people used them, and they were great, but, I didn't really have any problems with them, except one day these decided to snap, and then I lent them to a friend, and then they snapped again. But COTS, he's really good at keeping his things very nicely. He plays very thing with this, with child gloves, kid gloves.
Oh, well, no, I don't put gloves on. I just take care of my stuff.
I don't know.
But I haven't broken HDJ 1000 yet. Yeah.
Well, I mean, unless you count this is the, look how screwed they are. Yeah. That's the ear pad.
Yeah, and I remember one day we were doing a gig together, and you're like, dude, what's that stuff on your face? And I'm like, what? It got really concerned, and yeah, it was those ear pads disintegrating because I've used them too much.
Yeah, you get the little pleather getting on your face.
Yep.
But these are a new pair, and then you can see this, they will last you a good couple of years. This is what they look like after a couple of years, so... No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, it's fine, you can break something up,
But, now we've upgraded to Pioneer HDJ 2000s, which are a lot less breakable. Oh, fuck. That's something I heard something snap. We're gonna break.
You love testing things.
We're gonna break everything today. We're gonna break all of this gear. You know what? This is how you make a viral video. You break $30,000 worth of gear in one sitting.
Dude! Alright, be careful, be careful. Yeah.
But yeah, so those are really good. They're basically exactly the same as that, except they're no longer made of plastic. They're made out of some kind of, I think they're magnesium alloy.
Yeah, no, they're really good. They're extremely comfortable, I find.
They're very light, go well on your head.
If you want to see more on headphones, check out Ravine's other headphone reviews, definitely. It's a headphone man.
So, Cots, what do we use now?
I love them, They're CDJ 2000 Nexuses. Basically, they were the first kind of full digital player that Pioneer did. No, they weren't actually, because the CDJ 2000 came out, and I had the CDJ 2000 as my wallpaper since 2009 when that came out, I believe, and wanted them so bad because they were amazing. And
How
I
many
was
times have you
sick of
masturbated over that photo?
none, but I looked at it longingly. Maybe once. So.
So what made it different from the regular 2000?
So the differences are actually quite substantial. These are actually pretty much full computers inside the CDJs. You've got full network capability, so you can connect them together. You've got the waveform display here with the full high resolution LCD, which it's kind of like Tractor and Serato in a box, and I think that's what Pioneer was trying to do with these players, was really try and make a dent in the rise of the really affordable DJing solutions like Tractor, Serato, the rise of controllers, by packing all the features of software into one of these players. You can plug them in and use them as Tractor controllers, which I do quite a lot. They take USBs, SD cards, they've got full hotkeys, they've got the slip mode, which the CDJ 2000 was missing. It's basically you can press that, do a backspin, and then, you know, manipulate the track, and the track will keep playing as if you'd never actually done that once you finish doing it. So it has sync mode. I know a lot of people on the internet say, oh man, sync, you know, like it's all evil, but it's actually pretty good. I haven't started using it too much, but it is really useful when you're doing cross genres. So let's say you've got a track here that's playing at 175 beats per minute, and you want to take that down to a tune that's playing at 150. You can press sync over here, and you can actually, on this player, slow this track down, so you can keep it all in time. And this tune, you'll actually see it over here, is actually slowing down or speeding up as well when I'm moving the other player. So you can kind of build up speeds on the fly. It's really, really cool.
You know what? What else is really good for?
What?
When you're in a club and you're really, really, really drunk.
That is true, actually, yeah.
And then you press sync, and then you just like, okay guys, I just gotta press play and then have more drinks.
Yes. More vodka. Yeah.
Shot, 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 everybody!
Right, next.
Awesome.
This is the brand new Pioneer DJM 750.
When did this come out?
This one came out probably about 2 months ago, actually. 2 or 3 months ago. I can't remember. I got one of the first ones in Australia.
So that was August 2013?
Yeah. About that time. Basically, this is an upgrade to the regular 700. It's still got the one color effect, which was what the 700 was known about. Actually, the 700 didn't have a color effect. It just had a filter. This now has a color effect. So you got the standard ones off... you got a couple off the 900 Nexus. You've got noise, crush, jet, and filter. But the coolest thing about it is you have this thing called boost, which essentially just adds a filter, just adds a kind of like a filtered echo sound on top of each effect. But I've managed to get some cool effects out of it. I might do a tutorial on that later. But yeah, you've also got your standard beat effects here. They're very similar to what the 800 used to have. But aside from that, it's a pretty standard Pioneer 4-channel mixer. I mean, it's got everything you would expect from a standard 4-channel mixer from Pioneer. You know, your effects and your color. It's really good if you can't afford the 900 Nexus. It's a great compromise. You've only got the one color effect, but generally, for most of the time, that is enough. And yeah, I mean, you've got all nice beat effects too. That's pretty much all you need to get a good mix going. You know, you don't actually need effects. Effects, you know what? Effects can go get the out of here, okay? Because all you need to be a true DJ, you know what you need to be a true DJ? All you need is real DJs use vinyl, okay?
Yeah, okay, be careful.
All right?
Be careful, man.
Never just go.
Be careful.
I don't want to actually do that.
No,
because I'm
you
probably
don't.
going to drop it. This thing weighs
And-
20 kilos, okay?
Yeah, it
This thing
weighs more than you.
It does.
Yeah.
Dude, I can just
You
squat.
could just throw the human lift.
Hello!
This is a Pioneer DJM 900 Nexus, and the reason I upgraded to it was because it's got an integrated sound card for Tractor, and I use Tractor Scratch a lot these days when I'm DJing, and this made it so much simpler to actually plug in and get started with the software, and I didn't need all this external sound card that was really messy. The workflow was a lot nicer, and yeah, that was the main draw card for me getting that mixer. It's got the introduction of a couple of new sound color effects: space, dub echo, gate, compressor, and also noise as well. I don't actually use them a huge amount. I still stick with the trusty crush and filter. I think is the best effect. The noise is really loud, but Ravine seems to have it down pat as to different ways to use it. We also had this introduction of this X pad as well. So basically, on old mixers, what you'd have to do is change the effects timing using these dials or buttons here. And the X-Pad allows you to actually manually adjust that timing, as Stanley is getting very enthusiastic about right now. Again, this is really set to become the new standard mixer.
Well, it already has. It already has. I mean, pretty much every club I go to that is a decent club.
Well, there you go.
Has
this mixer. And also there's one that Pioneer's just brought out, DJ 900 SRT for Serato as well. So this is a track to scratch certified mixer. There's a SRT. One thing that I was a little confused about was if you rock up to a club and they say, yeah, we've got a DJ 900. If you use Tractor or Serato out, you know, how do you know which mixer is going to work? But, you know, that's a minor concern. I wouldn't, with the CDJ 2000s, there's no reason to use Tractor or Serato out at the club anyway. Laptops and everything gets really messy. I always remember when you used to turn up, Ravine, to the club and bring in your laptop and Serato and get it all plugged in together, and it was all scary and but we didn't actually have any massive fails over the years, so
which is good, and yeah,
that's good.
I'm happy with everything that has changed.
Definitely. So yeah, DJ 900, love it. So you can actually see one of the first videos that I posted on YouTube. I also had a EFX 1000. Now this was basically because the 707 didn't have effects, and this was the effects unit at the time. Still really relevant for me, and it's more creative, I find, than the newer RMX 1000. The RMX 1000's got more of that instant gratification type thing where, you know, you push a button, it sounds really good, and you can do lots of awesome things with the effects. But this has a huge amount of parameters, combinations. You can do some really fancy things. I really like doing feedback loops, and that's where you can put a echo into this box and then cut the echo a few times, and then yeah, it just sounds awesome. But basically, I think, how many effects are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. Awesome. And yeah, you can just control the parameters of these really granularly like you can't with other effects units. So absolutely awesome buy. And there's a younger brother of this one as well called the EFX 500 that was around for a while. I believe these are discontinued now, and yeah, as I said, the new one's the RMX 1000. Still an awesome effects unit. I haven't actually used it yet, but I'm really looking forward to trying it out one day, so yeah.
Right, so this is the Pioneer WeGo. I use this predominantly as just something I take around anywhere I want to DJ. If I want to go on the street, say I'm just going out one day, I want to get my morning coffee, and I'm like, you know what, I think I might want to DJ while I'm having my coffee. I'll bring this and my iPad, and then I can sit on the coffee table, got my headphones out, I'm like there, and I'm like having my coffee and stuff, and I'm just having a bit of a scratch, you know. And then the ladies come by, and then they're like, that guy is a DJ. He's got his DJ thing, and he's having his coffee. I know he's sophisticated.
Yes. And I'm really attracted to his morning scratch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That actually never happens. But yeah, so the best thing about this is it's so small, it's very light, fits in your bag, and I generally just got it because, you know, it's great for house parties, things like that. But if you're a beginner DJ and you don't have much to spend, you don't have $2 grand to drop on each CD player and $2 grand to drop on a mixer, this is perfect. It's great, it's got everything there. You just need your computer, plugs in with USB, or if you have an iPad, you can use your iPad. And it's great to learn how to DJ. And then once you're good enough, you're confident enough, you're willing to invest the money into getting your good DJ gear, then that's when you can upgrade. So, great stepping stone for beginners.
Sweet. So this is a controller you can't quite take to your morning coffee, but it's a step up from the DJ WeGo. And basically this is the new XDJ R1 from Pioneer. It's a all-in-one unit, and I'm going to do a video review on it very shortly. But basically it combines pretty much everything of the I guess you'd call them professional gear that Pioneer's got going. It's got independent color effects on each channel. It's got 2 CDJ sections with touch sensitive platters. You've got Beat FX as well, so you've got effects units on both sides. You can use it with record box, USB, Wi-Fi. It's got hot cues, a 4-beat sampler, which is so much fun. You can basically load up a 4-beat loop into the unit and call it whenever you want, and you can make for some really creative stuff. It's got 2 headphone jacks. You can't see them because they're buried in cables. But basically then you and a friend can learn how to DJ and both listen together, or if you're doing back-to-back sets, that's kind of useful. But basically it's got every single feature that you find in some of the more expensive gear, and I absolutely love this unit. The main benefit of it though is you can plug it into an iPad, have an iPad externally, and control the entire unit from your iPhone or your iPad. One thing, I don't know how this would be useful, but if you're at a house party or something, you can actually take your iPad away from the decks and still actually mix while you're on your iPad. It's a bit douchebaggy, I guess.
Well, if you need to go to the toilet, okay.
That is true. You can keep the party going while you're in the bathroom at
Having
the club.
Taking a bog.
It's true. So, yeah, awesome. And I think it's got sync as well for the record box, for the genre changes. Really awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so just to end things up, let's go take another quick look at all this gear.
Let's do it!
See all of that stuff? Okay, we calculated roughly how much everything in this room costs on these 2 tables. And what was the price we're looking at?
About 30 and a bit grand Australian.
Yeah, I think they're roughly the same price everywhere, so...
It makes me sad, but yeah, it's definitely been worth spending the money for a hobby and everything. Like, again, some people have their supercars and all that type of stuff, and we've got our DJ gear, so...
Arguably less cool than owning a Lamborghini, but it's still pretty cool, I guess.
It's more cool than owning a $32,000 Lamborghini.
This is true.
Because that would be in pieces, like...
Yeah, and it probably wouldn't even work.
No, exactly. Yeah, sweet.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed our little history of our DJing. And yeah, hope you guys check out our new videos that we did together. We don't get together very often to make a video, but we did this time. So, thank you guys for watching again, and please check out videos in the description box. Take it easy.
See ya!